This is the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to get to our number one very favorite games of all time for the kids. So, you guys ready to get to your very favorite games?
Yes!
All right, let's do it.
Yes.
Wyatt, we'll start with you. Number 10 for you is one we saw on last week's list for Evan.
Doodle Quest and Looney Quest.
The quest games of drawing on clear sheets and then putting them over top of pictures to see how well you scored. Which of these two games do you like the best?
I know it's hard to tell because they're both very good drawing games.
Yeah, they're very similar games too, yeah.
And they're very fun to play, so I don't know which one is my favorite exactly.
And what do you enjoy about playing the games?
I enjoy drawing and doing quests, just like Doodle Quest and Looney Quest.
Uh-huh.
And they're both quests.
They are. That's right. Super fun games. It can even be fun if you kind of mess up and don't get anything, because it's a little bit funny. At least I find it funny when I mess up. All right. Evan, your number 10 is a game we play mostly through the computer version, but we also had the board game originally.
Once we played the board game version, King and Assassins.
King and Assassins.
Yeah, the first time I played it was, what I learned this version, then I learned the computer version, which is technically the same, you just have to do different stuff.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and it's another asymmetrical two-player game. One player is a king trying to get safely to his castle with the guards protecting him, while the townsfolk aren't too happy with their ruler and are trying to assassinate him. So they have to be sneaky because the king doesn't know which of the townspeople are assassins. So what do you like better? Do you like being the king or do you like being the assassins?
The Assassins.
The assassins, yes.
It's easier to play as the Assassins.
Yeah, it is almost impossible to win as the king, isn't it?
Yeah, because the assassins are secret.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like playing as this assassins and trying to murder the king. I don't like being murderers, but I like trying to murder the king.
Yeah. Yeah, super fun. And the computer version that I purchased through Steam is a very good electronic implementation of the game too. So, yeah, great pick. I like it. Wyatt, your number 9 is also one that was on Evan's list last week, and it is your number 9?
Century Golem Edition.
Century! What do you enjoy about this really pretty little card-based engine building game?
I enjoy that you get to give your gifts to the golem and it's fun upgrading and getting new gems.
Yeah, it's fun getting upgraded and more powerful and doing cooler stuff each turn.
More points. My favorite golem is this golem that looks like a giant lighthouse, and I'm pretty sure he's worth about 9 points.
Oh.
He's like a giant huge lighthouse. His shoulders are lighthouses, and he's huge, and he lives in the water.
Very cool. Yeah, the artwork in that game is superb, along with those really nice gems too.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, your number 9 is an old one with us too. Dragonwood, a card game where you need to collect adventurers to go out and defeat monsters to get points. And what is it you enjoy about this game?
I like the dragons because almost every game I get both of the dragons. I'm so good at it. That's why it's one of my top 10s, because I'm really good at it and I really like it.
Yeah, so this one we've had for a long time, and you are good about seeing the end of the game approaching and starting to save up all your power to defeat those high point dragons.
Yeah, I mostly play with my mom.
But we just picked up a very brand new game that we did not have when we made these lists, and it is the sequel to Dragonwood called Dragon Realm. And they take the same basic system, but instead of battling creatures, you're trying to get your explorers out to adventure different lands and try to get the most of your explorers at each location to get the points for that. And so what do you think about Dragon Realm in comparison to Dragonwood? Is there one you like better, or do you like them both the same?
I think the same.
The same. So that means you enjoy Dragon Realm quite a lot too, because Dragonwood is your number 9 game. So
Yeah.
so that means you enjoy Dragon Realm a lot, hey?
Yeah.
And so Wyatt, this game is not one we had when you made your list. If we had had Dragon Realm, would it have been high on your list?
Probably.
Yeah. Where was Dragonwood in your list? That was number 22 for you. Do you like Dragon Realm better than Dragonwood, or less good, or what do you think?
I like Dragonwood better.
You like Dragonwood better than this one, yeah? Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed Dragon Realm. It's a fun one. Now, we have number 8 for Wyatt, which is... Wyatt, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is Zombie Kids.
Zombie Kids, our first family legacy game where we actually get to change the components of the game, and it actually morphs and grows as we progress through the game. So what do you enjoy about Zombie Kids?
I enjoy trying to defeat the zombies. And trying to lock physical gates so the zombies don't eat us.
Yeah.
So the zombies don't eat us alive. Is it possible for us to get eaten by the zombies?
Well, not exactly, but it is a cooperative game, so we can lose if the zombies overrun the school.
This is my guy. She has a lightsaber, so that's why I picked her.
Yeah, it's a fun cooperative game we play together, and we get to... we have to cooperate with our characters' special abilities too to get rid of the zombies. Yeah, fun times. And now we have number 8 for Evan, which is...
Downforce.
Downforce, a car racing game which we have been playing as a family with the basic racing rules, where your goal is to get your car to win the race, but you also just tried the kind of advanced version of the game which involves betting on the race cars to try to make the most money.
And I love both of the versions.
Do ya?
This is one of my favorite games. I play it all the time. Not
has-
all the time. I wish I could play it more, but I love this game.
Yeah, it has been one of your favorites for quite a long time now. Do you have a favorite way to play it now that you've tried both ways? No, you like them both the same, kind of like Dragonwood and Dragon Realm. They're both just super fun.
I'm not good at the green. Well, I sometimes am. Not for board games though.
No, that's fair. If you like them both the same, that's cool. All right, that was Evan's number 8. We're on to Wyatt's number 7, which we just talked about.
King and Assassins.
King and Assassins. What do you enjoy about this game?
I like the computer version because that's the only version I played.
That's right. And do you like being the king or do you like being the assassins?
Both.
You enjoy both. You like the challenge of being the king too? Yeah, good for you. Yeah, it's tough to be the king. It's pretty nearly impossible to win as the king, but still a fun challenge though.
Yeah, the funny part is that if you really wanted to win, you could make all your guards surround the king.
Well, then your assassins would kill them and get to the king still. So that's the challenge of it. So, fun game. I enjoy that one a lot too. Evan, your game started off as what? For number 7.
It started out, I got it for my birthday? Is that right?
Christmas, I think, but it
Christmas?
started as a game called Helvetia Cup.
Helvetia Cup?
And what kind of game is this
It's-
one?
Well, it's sort of like soccer.
Yeah, it's basically
But
meant to be soccer.
it's-
And then
Which makes
I made it
sense.
into a real soccer-themed game that I called UEFA Champions League Barcelona versus Manchester United.
Yeah, I like this one better, but
So you like it when it's an actual soccer game, huh?
yeah, because it's my favorite sport.
Yeah, for sure. And it's actually a really good sort of representation of soccer. It has very simple rules. It also has very complicated advanced rules if people want to get really into it as a simulation, but I haven't even read the advanced rules to see what they're like yet. But
I thought
we
you
certainly we have a lot of fun to play, just playing as the kind of family rules.
I thought you made it though.
The actual components of the game are what I did for this, but the advanced rules are a whole new set of rules where you can go into a lot of detail about your players and stuff. But one day we'll get to that.
Okay, I need to talk to you after this video.
All right. So, Wyatt, number 6, it for you.
Castle Panic.
Castle Panic!
love this game so much.
Yeah, it's a cooperative castle defense game where all kinds of monsters are coming at you, trying to bust into your castle. And what do you enjoy about protecting a castle from monsters?
I like that's really playing the cards and trying to defeat the monsters. And also fun because there's a bunch of updates you can add to Castle Panic.
Yeah, we have gotten some expansions which add some fun new creatures and ways to play the game.
It's hard.
It can get hard, yeah, if you put too many of those creatures in there, it can be pretty hard.
Very hard.
But the fun thing is you can sort of customize it to make it easier or harder depending on how well you're doing, so that's pretty neat. And it is a fun cooperative game to play together as a family, definitely. Evan, should I put this away now, or what's your number 6?
Don't put it away!
It's another overlap at number 6. What do you enjoy about Castle Panic?
I like fighting the monsters before they get to the castle, and I like the new version where you get to have wizard cards because the wizard cards are pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. That added a fun part of it. They're very powerful, those wizards.
Yeah, and it's so hard.
Yeah. But we do well when we work together, don't we?
First time we won.
Alright, Wyatt, you're number 5.
Is Skulk Hollow?
Skulk Hollow, one of our newer games where one player plays a giant elemental creature, the others are the Foxen characters. And what do you enjoy about Skulk Hollow?
I like about Skulk Hollow that you have to try to defeat the giants. And I also like being the giants.
Do you like being the giant creature better than the foxes?
No, I don't know which one I like.
You like both? Yeah.
Both is fun.
Yeah, it's a neat little game of using cards to do actions and sort of being limited by the number of actions and cards you have, but it's a pretty fun one for sure. And very asymmetrical. Each side feels very different. Now we have number 5 for Evan, which is...
Zombie Kids.
Back to Zombie Kids, our cooperative legacy game. And what is it that you enjoy about Zombie Kids? About Zombie Kids. Zombie Kids.
I like fighting the zombies, and I like the artwork. And my guy is this guy right here. I picked him because, well, he has a bike and I'm always outside biking, so that's why I picked him, and he looks cool on his bike.
Does your character have a special ability yet? Or are you still waiting for yours to be revealed?
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, that's the thing about this legacy game is that things get unlocked as we go, so we're still waiting to see what Evan's special ability is going to be.
And it's so hard to wait.
Yeah, it's exciting. Alright, Wyatt, your number 4
is Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering, a game that everyone's familiar with. Now you have a couple of decks here. You have a dinosaur deck that's red and white, and you have a green deck called Deadly Nature that you built yourself. So what is it you enjoy about Magic?
I like that there's lots of powerful cards. Because my powerful card, my dad has in the 20 decks, and he doesn't have 199, and I have a 99.
You have a 9/9 creature. That's right, the biggest card that any of us owns. So, we were just talking about Evan's number 3 pick, Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, when somehow both my camera battery died and the memory card filled up simultaneously. So we're back on track. I'm not sure exactly at what point it shut off. Wyatt was just saying that he'd like to get back and try Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle at some point. The very first game we played together, he was playing with us, and then it's kind of a longer game though, so I think he got a little bit bored of it. But we'll have to try it again at some point. Now, our top 2. Here we come with your number 2, Wyatt, is actually a role-playing game. Hero Kids, the role-playing game. So, I have it in this box here. And here is a game that is easy for the person directing the game, the dungeon master or whatever you want to call them, because you just download all the stuff for the scenario, the maps, the characters, the story, and you color your characters and some of the maps, and then we get into the adventure. So what do you enjoy about playing Hero Kids?
I enjoy about moving our characters around. And trying to fight the other person and defeat the bosses to go on to the next scenario.
Yeah, you guys come up with some clever solutions to the problems your characters face too sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, it's a cooperative game.
That's right.
We defend our village and stuff, and we go save people. We slayed the Dragon Prince once in one level. I'm pretty sure in our last level we just slayed the Dragon Prince.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we made friends with the dragon.
Yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff you end up doing with your characters, isn't there?
Yep.
And Evan, why don't you talk about your number 2 while this is here?
Sure. I think it's Hero Kids. Hero Kids.
What do you enjoy about this role-playing game?
Oh, I like that it's an adventurous game. I'm an adventurous person. And my brother got another game, but this is the one I got separately, but we all play it together.
Okay. So, you both think that's your number 2 game of all time.
And we both think it's our
And
number
you
1.
also sync up on your number 1s. So, on the count of 3, you're both going to say your number 1 very favorite game of all time. 1, 2,
3. Arcadia Quest!
Arcadia Quest. So, this is another adventure game. It's sort of like a giant dungeon crawling game with monsters and heroes and equipment and adventures. And Wyatt, what do you enjoy about Arcadia Quest that makes it your number 1 favorite game of all time?
I like doing the adventures, defeating the monsters, getting new uploads and new monsters, defeating the boss like Master Fang, and defeating the big guys and getting points and coins, and getting lots of moves and going on to the next level and getting stronger moves with the cards and lots of other stuff.
That's right, and we played through the entire base game, all of the scenarios for there, and we started into the pets campaign. What do you think of the pets?
I like it I like it all the same as this, except with the new bad guys and the gorillas, koala gorillas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's funny about koala gorillas because they're a giant koala that's as strong as a gorilla.
Yeah.
Koalas.
All right, Evan. Tell us about your very favorite game. Why is this number 1 for you?
I like fighting the different monsters, and every time I have the same 2 best characters, and if we keep on doing the pets campaign, I probably don't keep the pet I have because they're really good. I'm not gonna spoil anything. So yeah, I like playing that because that, yeah. And I like painting the characters too.
Oh yeah, we've been doing a little bit of painting with this.
A little bit.
That's right. And
hopefully today we're allowed to continue painting because it's fun painting.
well, so before we wrap up this video, we have one honorable mention. This is another brand new game that we did not have when we made these lists. And it's Crusoe Crew, a very, very unique game where it's kind of like a choose your own adventure graphic novel, except each player has their own booklet. And as you're working through together cooperatively, the panel that each of your characters can see might be slightly different than what the other characters can see. So you need to communicate and solve puzzles and work through adventures. And What do you guys think so far of Crusoe Crew, Evan, starting with you?
It's probably my fourth favorite.
Ooh, it's
Well,
a top 5, is it?
It's my fourth or third.
Really?
I'm still thinking about the Harry Potter in it.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. I love the booklets. It's like
Mm-hmm.
another adventurous game, which I love, as I talked about already.
Absolutely. What about you, Wyatt? What are you thinking about this game so far?
I love it because you get to read the books and you get to compete and get for treasures and find the treasures. This is who I always be because it has a little panther as a pet and I like animals.
Now, if you had this when we made the list, would it make your top 10? Do you think it would have been in this video?
It would probably be my fifth.
You'd be in your top 5 even. Wow. So that would be a very high one for both of you guys.
Yeah.
So I think as we wrap up our top 40 games, what's kind of cool is you guys have a lot of the same games in your top 10 favorite games of all time. You both have Arcadia Quest as number 1, Hero Kids as number 2. We have Magic the Gathering in the top 5 for both of you. It was at 4 for both of you when we made the lists. We had Castle Panic at number 6 for both of you. We had King and Assassins in the top 10 for both. So it's pretty neat that you guys both enjoy the very same games and they are some of your favorites. So it makes for a fun time when we get to play together, doesn't it? Cool. Any closing words as we finish up our list?
See you next time. See you next time. Come to our video.
All right. Thanks for watching.
We're done our board game videos with
Woo,
us.
board games.
Let's go!
All right.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.
I'm staring. Let's have a staring contest, guys. You win.
Holy cow, you made it to the end of this video. That really does mean a lot to me. The other thing that means a lot to me is if you would give it a thumb up or subscribe to my channel, or maybe share this video with one person that you think would enjoy it. Cheers. Okay. Come over this way a bit so we can see you. Alright, stop playing with your pens and pencils. Let me just text it.
Well,
I'm going to order and pick up pizza.
Add that to the video. And then put a pizza in the front of the screen. Oh.
All right.
angel monkeys. Boring.
There, that's working now. Good. Okay.
Wait, how are we gonna turn that around?